the league matchup recap with your host, three-time champion, your commish, Los Borrachos.
What up, what up? What up, league? Week 5 done. Bullshit. Some good matchups. Some that came down on Monday night. But yeah, I'll go over them. High score, low score, blowout of the week. And then Waiver Wire Tuesday. Put that up. Give you guys some people that are on the waiver wire you might want to take a look at. See if you could pick them up and start. Bye weeks, man. Bye weeks. I'll go over bye weeks also. Who's on bye? So yeah, let's get into it.
Higgins, you got Chase right there. Burrow left. Caught, touchdown, T. Higgins. Now Humphrey was in the vicinity. If you're Burrow, you just pick which one.
First and 10. Moss the bat, Karras the snap. Moss the block. Burrow going deep, he's got him! Touchdown! Jamar Chase! Oh, they're bringing everybody. Caught for the touchdown! Higgins! Second today. Third and down and goal. Burrow. Touchdown! First and 10. 3-point game, 9 to play. It's Burrow quickly outside. Chase looking for blocks from his tight end. He gets 2 of them, and he's off to the races. It's a foot race. Working against Stevens. Jamar Chase, touchdown!
New high score.
What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean? Did I break it?
All right, and our high scorer of the week, Nighthawk, with the points of 175. They came back, got a win, got in the win column. It was only a matter of time before that Burrow Chase stack was going to pay off. So yeah, he had Joe Burrow with 48 points, highest scorer on his team. Jamar Chase with 43. Wan'Dale Robinson with 16. Told you, man. Wan'Dale Robinson. Derrick Henry with 16. James Cook, 17. Travis Kelce coming back. Tell you, once Rashee Rice is down, all those targets going to go to Kelce. It was 16. Everybody else did single digits. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, could have been a bigger score, optimal lineup wise. But yeah, man, good shit. Like I said, Joe Burrow with 48. I think he had 5 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, 10 receptions, 2 touchdowns, almost 200 yards receiving. Wan'Dale Robinson, touchdown, 6 receptions. Fucking, who would have thought the Giants would have went to Seattle and beat them at home? Obviously, Derrick Henry, almost 100 yards and a touchdown. James Cook, a touchdown, 80 yards. Travis Kelce with 9 receptions and 70 yards. So yeah, man, good shit. Hopefully next week, keep it going. That moves you to 7th. You were 9th. Yeah, it's gonna be hard with Kelce on a bye next week, but I think you got it. So again, yeah, good shit. Good shit, Nighthawk, 175.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
All right, and our lowest score of the week is Los Borrachos with 106 points. Fucking Josh Allen. Josh Allen with 17 points. I mean, that was better than the 7 points I think he gave me last week. Marvin Harrison with 5. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Bijan with 10. I mean, I didn't expect much. He was going up against Tampa Bay. They have a pretty good run defense. But Jordan Mason, man, against Arizona, what the fuck is going on with these fucking Niners? I think they're 2-3. They're 2-3. But fuck, man, got to feed the man. Kincaid with 5. Dontavian Wicks with 4. I knew that was gonna be a trap. When everyone starts talking about, oh, this guy, makes you think twice about starting a motherfucker. But I should have kept Tyrone Tracy. Would have gave me 27 points. But fuck it. It is what it is. There's no one on my bench. I could have even started and I would have got more points. Pretty much, I started my optimal lineup. But I mean, I think it'll be better once I get Cooper Kupp back. I could start him and Brian Thomas Jr. And I'd have my wide receiver ones, Marvin Harrison, probably on my bench or as a flex, if anything. But yeah, I mean, this is more my team not performing. I mean, technically, I only lost by 10 points, but fuck it. Maybe got to see what's up with Allen. I mean, next week he plays the Jets. Am I gonna start him or fucking start somebody else? Justin Fields put like 25 points or some shit like that. Could have started him. But yeah, that was my only thing was fucking dropping Tyrone Tracy. I had a good thing about him, but hey, man, it is what it is. Okay, I can't predict the future. But yeah, sucks. Lowest scorer of the week. I didn't win next week. Does for me.
Blowout of the week. Brought to you by Yo Mama.
All right, and our blowout of the week was the Nighthawk versus OG Man with a point differential of 66 points. But yeah, OG Man, 5 points from Deontay Johnson, 6 from Keenan Allen, 3 from Justice Hill, 0.8 from the Colts. Yeah, still had a Mixon out. Richardson was out. Ridley and Smith were on a bye. Pacheco on IR. McCaffrey on IR. Nick Chubb on the pup still. I mean, shows he's practicing, but man, the way that offense looks, I don't know. We should have got something going against Washington and 13-34. So yeah, even optimal lineup wouldn't have gave you anything. Yeah, Pittman doing. I thought with Mayfield on Thursday night putting up 31, but when you go up against Joe Burrow and Chase, yeah, it's kind of hard to overcome that. Got to have a solid wide receiver one. Yeah, I mean, Chase finally doing what he should have been doing all season. Yeah, looks like fucking Chicago's legit as far as like against wide receivers. Makes me double think about Thomas Jr. this weekend, but and Kareem Hunt putting up 20, Conklin putting up 11. You set Mark Andrews would have gave you just 9. Yeah, Keenan Allen. I mean, should have done it against Carolina, man. Carolina's not very good. Justice Hill. Yeah, I would have thought in a game where it was a shootout, he'd get some more receiving. But he only got 1 reception for 8 yards. Yeah, I had seen about the Colts being maybe a good start, but I wasn't too positive with that, especially at Jacksonville. They were at home for sure. But yeah, that moves you to 9th. But yeah, man. I mean, good luck next week. Hopefully you get some of these players back. I mean, I know you'll get the guys from bye, but then you're stuck because Kareem Hunt goes on a bye. So there goes your RB2. Um, so yeah, man. Good luck to both of you next week. All right. And here are the results for this week's matchup. So we had Los Borrachos lose to the Rook 106 to 118. We had Rebel Scum beating Los Tanks 138 to 116. Uh, the Arab Sensations coming up with the win 163 to 150 versus Mike and the Boys. Nighthawk blowout of the week was 175 to OG Men's 109. And the close matchup of the week, the En Fuegos versus the Warhammers. The En Fuegos losing another one at 113 versus the Warhammers 114. Ah, but yeah, man. Some close matchups, some high scoring ones, some not so. But yeah, we'll take a look at them. Maybe just not spend too much time on some of them, but yeah. All right, yeah. In our first matchup, we had the Rook beat Los Borrachos 118 to 106. Yeah, man. Like I said, starting Geno Smith after fact. I think if you had started Mahomes, which would have also gave you 17 as Josh Allen, I would have. I think I would have lost by 2 points. I don't know what's worse, but yeah, I mean, Geno Smith, man, I'm telling you, he's pretty good for a few. I thought he was gonna actually torch the Giants. I don't know what happened in that game. I didn't watch it. Um, Cam Akers finally putting in work with 12. Um, and then the Chicago defense with 15. Everybody else didn't really do their projection, but got close to it. Reed with 13, Godwin with 11, Kate Otten with 7, Akers, like I said, 12. Aaron Jones got injured. Metcalf with 7, Nico Collins with 15. That sucks because, those hamstrings could linger, especially for a wide receiver. Yeah, I mean, maybe you'll get Taylor back that coming up week, but you get Barkley and Dobbins back and Jameson Williams against Dallas. At least you got wide receivers to kind of cover. But yeah, and then Aaron Jones is on a bye. He's gonna need it with that hip thing. Um. But yeah, it was just more my team didn't fucking perform too. Like I said, a lot of single digits over here with Harrison, Mason, Kincaid, and then Wicks putting up just like single digits. But hey, puts you to second. um, move on to the next match. All right, in our next matchup, we have the Rebel Scum beating Los Tanks 138 to 116. Rebel Scum moving into first place. Oh shit. Um, let's see. Rebel Scum had 44 from Lamar Jackson, 13 from Jackson Smith and Jigba, 14 from James Conner, 18 from Rashid Shaheed, and 11 from the Kansas City defense. Armandre Stevenson, man, they said they were gonna bench the guy for Gibson, and then they do, but fucking dude comes back in and sets it. I just still don't trust him, anyways. A-Chan went down for you. I guess a concussion. good thing he's on a bye, so he'll be back after that. Pretty much one more week, and I think they said Tua should be back. Jefferson got the Sauce Gardner treatment, so points here and there. It's not too bad. 15 though. Fryermuth 9. Najee with 9. I could have sworn he was gonna blow up. And Los Tanks, Sam Darnold with just 7. And then Debo with just 3. Other than that, man, everybody else gave you double digits. Denver with 20. Swift with 20. Cooper with 10. Ferguson with 13. Yeah, Alvin Kamara didn't do so well with just 12. 17 from Kyron Williams. 12 from Tyreek Hill. Oof. DJ Moore and Prescott, 29-25. But yeah, man. I mean, next week, Darnold's on a bye, so you don't have to start him. You can start Dak Prescott versus Detroit. So yeah, man, good shit, Rebel Scum. Good shit on the win. Los Tanks, good luck next week. Damn, that moves you into 8th. So yeah, we'll take a look at the next matchup. All right, in our next matchup, we have the Arab Sensations beating Mike and the boys 163 to 150. Just a 13-point difference. The Arab Sensations had Garrett Wilson coming to life with 31 points. Drake London with 35. Javonte Williams with 16. Cody Parkinson with 12. Brian Robinson with 13. And the Niners defense with 11. Oh, and Odunze with 9 points, beating his projected of 8. ETN just 12. And then Stroud with just 22. Let's see. So you had Malik Neighbors out. Laporta was on a bye. Tank Bigsby with 27 points. Josh Downs with 15. Yeah, I think Downs, as long as Flacco's playing, he should do well. Mike and the boys. Brock Purdy with just 19. CeeDee Lamb with just 11. Jerome Ford with 7. And that was it. Everybody else, though, blew up. T. Higgins with 29. Trey Summer with 18. Seattle with 13. Josh Jacobs, 16. Stephon Diggs, 14. Yeah, it was just Air Sensation had those 2 blow-up games from the wide receivers, kind of put them over the top. And only one person in single digits. But yeah, that moves the Air Sensations to 5th. Good shit. Mike and the boys still in 6th place. Playoff contention is fine. Just week 5. Get it going from here. So yeah, just bad game from Brock Purdy. And then CeeDee Lamb, I guess they just decided to shut him down. Jerome Ford, I mean, I don't know about Cleveland, starting anybody from Cleveland. And then you had Kittle with 20. T. Higgins, 29. Trey Summer, 18. So yeah. Good luck next week to both of you. Let's go on to the next matchup. All right, in our next matchup, we have the Nighthawk versus OG Men. Won't go too much into it. I already did it with the high scorer and blowout of the week. Nighthawk 175, OG Men 109. OG Men goes to 9th. Nighthawk moves to 7th. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, Joe Burrow Jamar Chase stack 48, 43. That's almost a whole 100 points. And then everybody else had a few singles. Pretty much the flexes and then the defense. And then OG Men had a few more single digits, but they were lower. And not too many blowout games except for Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield and Kareem Hunt. So yeah, I mean, keep it going. Next week we'll see. You guys can keep it going. Keep climbing. All right, we'll move on to the next one. All right, in our last matchup, we had the En Fuegos losing to the Warhammers 113 versus the Warhammers 114. So yeah, the Warhammers had Jane Daniels, give him 25, Mike Evans 23, Terry McLaurin with 15, and the Pittsburgh defense with 15. My bad. Let's see. Yeah, Christian Kirk with 12. Probably Madison with 10 on his bench. Tutu Atwell with 12 on the bench. But there's a close matchup. I think came up to like the end. I mean, to the Monday night game for the En Fuegos. Olave gave him 3 points. Could have used 4. Algier with just 5. Jerry Judy with just 2. And the Baltimore defense with just 1 point. Moster with 11. Tucker Kraft with 24. Tyrone Tracy with 16. So, yeah, man, fucking Jerry Judy against Washington, that would have been a good matchup for him. Algier, I wasn't too sure because, like I said, Tampa Bay was tough against the run. I mean, he is getting a little more opportunities, but not enough to be relevant. Rico Dowdle with 19 points, though. That should look good going forward. Hopefully, they trust him a little more. IU coming back, 24 points. Kyler Murray also with 29. Trey McBride with 11. Whittington with 15. Yeah, it sucks to lose by that one. And especially on a Monday night when you're just waiting to get the points. So yeah, that keeps the En Fuegos winless and the Warhammers moves to third place. So yeah, good luck. See what's up next week. All right, and that's done. Week 5. Fuck it. Put it in the back. Let's go forward. Week 6, baby. Bye week, though. So in week 6, we have the Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs are on a bye. The LA Rams are on a bye. The Miami Dolphins are on a bye. And the Minnesota Vikings are on a bye. Fucking Dolphins need it. The Rams need it. Need that rest and shit. Get some of those players healthy, like my boy Cooper Kupp. So yeah, Waiver Wire Tuesday. Let's go over some of these players.
This week's Waiver Wire Pickups, brought to you by Tus Nalgas.
All right, and first up on the Waiver Wire Tuesday is Waiver Wire quarterbacks. Yeah, guys, you could possibly pick up, start. Like I said, if you got someone on a bye or if you just need some guy that's not performing, fucking Josh Allen. So we got Jared Goff versus Dallas. He'll be in Dallas. Coming off a bye, had a whole 2 weeks to prepare for him. So he should do well. Should. Again, I can't control what people do. I'm just going off of what they have been doing and should be doing. Justin Fields versus Las Vegas. Good matchup. They just made Bo Nix look like a fucking superstar. Fucking Las Vegas. Kirk Cousins versus Carolina. I mean, just saw them light up Tampa Bay. I mean, I don't think he'll throw for 50 something yards. I don't think he'll have 50 something attempts like he did against Tampa Bay, but I think he could put up some touchdowns. But yeah, those are just the quarterbacks. We'll go to running backs. All right. And to the all important running back positions, we have a good amount of guys out there that spot start or whatnot. Guys that have been looking good the last 2 weeks or whatnot. Let's see. Tyler Goodson. I mean, I don't think Jonathan Taylor's gonna start anytime soon, especially with that high ankle. Those are usually like 2-3 weeks, maybe even more. As Joe Mixon, Cooper Cup, they've been out on those ankle sprains for at least 3-4 weeks. And he looked pretty good, Tyler Goodson. Trey Sermon, it looks good just because he had that touchdown, but other than that, didn't really do much. He does play against Tennessee, so it's a tough defense. But that offensive line for the Colts is pretty good, so I think they could get it done. Also, it looks like Joe Mixon might not go this week again. So Dario Gumbawale, he put up a good stat line last game against the Bills. Should get some run with against New England this week coming up. Also, Roshan Johnson versus Jacksonville. Whatchamacallit, I mean, like I said, Trey Sermon and Goodson ran all over him last game. I don't see why Roshan Johnson and Swift can't do it. Plus, he's getting goal line touches, so I think that's what you're hoping for, is just for him to get into that end zone maybe once or twice. These two guys, I mean, they're going to be on a bye, so you wouldn't be able to use them. This is more of, I mean, can you wait another week to start them? And even when the next week comes around, who knows if you will. Ty Chandler, I mean, Aaron Jones, like I said, it's a hip thing. You say maybe with some rest, and since they're going to be on a bye, he could be back by next week. But, I mean, just in case, Ty Chandler, he did all right last year once he was when he took over for Madison at the end of the season. But yeah, just like I said, a speculative ad. If you could wait a week, put him on your bench, and then see what happens with Aaron Jones. Jalen Wright, like I said, Achane went down with a concussion. I mean, those things sometimes they linger sometimes, or it's not just a 1 week thing. So by the time he comes back, I mean, was it week 7? He should be okay. But Jalen Wright looked pretty good against New England this past week. They like him out there. He's a bigger back, fast. So he might get some run. He got some run, like I said, this past weekend. Looked pretty good. He was a sleeper for me. But so 3 guys that are playing this week coming up that you could maybe spot start, and then 2 guys on a bye that could be a good ad, or they might just sit on your bench and then you drop them later. We'll move on to wide receiver. All right, and on to wide receivers. There's a few wide receivers you could pick up. As I said, spot start, flex position. If you need someone this weekend, you got people on bye. So first one on here, Darnell Mooney. I mean, can't predict he's gonna give you 33 points every fucking week like he did last weekend. But I mean, at least he's involved in this offense. Kirk Cousins, it looks like he's getting it together. First month of the season already done. Uh, getting a little more comfortable with that offense and with the players. So I don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, double digits, even that he's getting the targets. Jalen Tolbert versus Detroit. I mean, I think he had the game-winning touchdown this past Sunday. Brandon Cooks still dealing with some sort of injury. I think he said an infection or some shit. But I mean, Tolbert's been doing pretty well this whole season. I mean, hasn't had his blow-up game yet, but if he gets getting targeted, and then if they focus on CeeDee Lamb a little more, then Tolbert could get some of those targets. Darius Slayton, if Malik Neighbors doesn't come back against Cincinnati this week, put up a good stat line against the Seahawks. So yeah, I mean, just keep in mind it all depends on Malik Neighbors if he plays or not. Demario Douglas has been getting the targets. I mean, who knows if it changes with Drake May probably starting. But I had him last year. He was solid for at least 10 points per game because he gets those targets. He's able to separate and all that shit and gets open. Michael Wilson from the Arizona Cardinals versus Green Bay could be a bit of back and forth. He did good this past game. Also, he's been doing good here and there. But like I said, if you need a body, throw him in your lineup. Maybe hope for a touchdown or something. Michael Wilson against Green Bay. Also, he's on a bye, but Juju Smith-Schuster. I mean, I don't trust him. I mean, he was there a few years back and he didn't do anything. Yeah, he just had a blow up game, but there was a lot of which fucked up coverage. I think they left him open on a few of them where he was able to just run around. But yeah, up to you guys if you want to go down that Smith Schuster road. But again, he's on a bye, so you won't be able to start him till 2 weeks from now. So yeah, now we'll move on to tight end. All right, and now the shitty tight end. It's a dart throw with some of these guys. So I said, I mean, as long as he gets you 5 points or something like that, you're in good fucking. You had a good game. So I mean, not too much on the waiver wire, but some of the names that I saw in there, Brendan Strange had a good game. But you got to watch over for Evan Ingram, see what's up with that. If he's going to play or not. Theo Johnson from the New York Giants. It looks like he's getting a little bit more rapport with Daniel Jones. Had a good game against the Seahawks. He plays Cincinnati. I'm sure that game he's going to have to play catch up, so they might have to throw the ball a little bit more. Cole Kmet versus Jacksonville. Like I said, I mean, just some guys that I guess you could pick up and spot start if you needed to. And their bodies and should get some targets. Jawan Johnson from the Saints. Just got to look at the status of Derek Carr. If it's the backup, then I don't know. Yeah, that's it. There wasn't that many players in the waiver wire that I would say let's spot start. So yeah, we'll move on to defense. All right, and the same with defenses. Not too much that you feel comfortable with. Some of the defenses, like we got Philly versus Cleveland. Like I said, Cleveland's struggling. Philly's coming off a bye. Had a good time to prepare for them. Houston versus New England. Like I said, if they make that switch to Drake May or whatever his name is, the rookie, should be a good matchup for him. Almost shut down Josh Allen this past game. Atlanta been playing pretty well. They play against Carolina. Chicago just kind of shut them down already, so I don't see why Atlanta wouldn't be able to do it. But yeah, man, not much on the waiver wire too that has a good matchup. Saw Las Vegas versus Pittsburgh, but I'm not trusting Las Vegas. But yeah, take a look, see who you pick up and start. All right, and that'll be it for me today. Hit you guys up either tomorrow or probably Thursday. For the week 6. Yeah, man, just check waiver wire, see what you might need, or what you get a gut feeling about. Pick up somebody, put in those claims, or just wait till midnight and see if maybe someone didn't grab them. But yeah, good luck, bitches. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.
Thank you for watching the Los Borrachos Happy Hour. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time,